Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 5.
Thank you for joining us on 4 News Now at 5. I'm Rob King. Jordan Smith has the night off. And it looks like we're getting a break from the thunderstorms that were hanging around the past couple of days. Matt Gray has your forecast.
And things are looking a whole lot quieter, Rob, on the radar right now. It was a lot of activity yesterday afternoon. We had quite a few thunderstorms as well. Most of them avoiding Spokane and Coeur d'Alene entirely, but lots of places in the inland northwest at least got close to a thunderstorm the last couple of days. And it is pretty quiet right now, just a warm and hazy day in many places. Try to get some showers going around the St. Mary's area and up in the other parts along the St. Joe River, but not doing much here. Maybe a sprinkle in Kellogg here in about 15-20 minutes. That's about it. Most of the action has been well to our north today in British Columbia and Alberta. That's where most of the action is expected to stay, but we may see a couple of showers and storms leak across late tonight in the Cascades. And so our friends in the Methow Valley and around Okanagan County, you may hear some rumbles of thunder overnight. We have a fire weather warning that continues through tonight and into tomorrow, largely because of these thunderstorms that are going to be sticking around for at least one more day in these areas. And that means we'll also see the potential for gusty winds as well. So difficult for fire crews. If you see some smoke, make sure you call it in. Folks in this area with new lightning strikes expected on top of all the ones that we've had so far this weekend. Then things get pretty quiet on the rain and thunderstorm front, but as we head into about 5-6 days from now, we're going to start to see that weather pattern change. And that means there's some changes in your extended forecast, ones that could bring some cooler conditions as well as some thunderstorms. A low right off the coast is a great pattern for that. So we'll show you how that's affecting your temperatures and your rain chances in your long-term forecast coming up.
All right, Matt, thanks. Idaho State Police are investigating a crash that killed 2 people on State Highway 41 last night. According to ISP, a truck collided with a dirt bike near Blanchard just before 9 p.m. Police say a 50-year-old man was driving southbound in a Toyota pickup when he attempted to pass another car, but that's when he collided with a minor driving a Yamaha dirt bike northbound without headlights. The driver of the truck was also not wearing a seatbelt. Both died at the scene of the crash. Police say next of kin have been notified for both victims. Highway 41 was blocked for about 5 hours, but has since been reopened. And now to an update on a SWAT standoff in north central Spokane Thursday night. Police are still searching for a man who allegedly shot his younger brother. That's according to court documents filed on Friday. This is exclusive video of police searching the home for the suspected shooter. Court documents said the victim was sitting in his parked truck near Monroe and Mansfield when an Audi quickly approached him and a man got out with a gun. According to the court documents, the shooter asked something along the lines of, "Do you want to die?" then shot the man in the truck. He told police the shooter was his 37-year-old brother, Andrew Dunnigan. That's what prompted the search of that home Thursday night. Ultimately, no one has been arrested and police are still looking for him. At last update, the man who was shot is alive and was taken to a local hospital. Turning now to our For the People coverage and the latest results in Washington's primary election. Ben Stuckert has conceded in the race for State Representative District 3. Here's a look at the latest vote count on your screen. Natasha Hill now leading Stuckert by just under 200 votes. She will now advance to the November election along with Tony Keep. Final results will be certified on August 20th, and you can find Stuckert's full statement and results of the primary on KXLY.com/forthepeople. If you've driven through the roundabout on Cincinnati and Sharp in Spokane, you'll notice that Gonzaga's newest residence hall is almost ready for move-in. The construction of the dorm, called Mantua Hall, is expected to wrap up by November, with 90 students moving in January of 2025. But the Sharp side of campus won't be quiet for long.
You know, as we develop the site, we may have to take a couple of the older halls down. Right now, it depends on how we lay out the design of the village on that site.
Porterfield mentioned that older residence halls located east of the current construction probably won't come down for a few years. He also said that the university is trying to be courteous of people living along Sharp, since the school doesn't own all that property. A community meeting will be held before any major construction takes place. And it is move-in weekend at Washington State University. This means lots of excitement in Pullman, but some parts of the charming downtown area are not looking the way they normally do. Our Alexandra Coniertz went to Pullman and shares how the community is doing while grappling with a lengthy construction project.
This might not be the sight or sound you expect when moving into college. Now let me just show you what the downtown area in Pullman looks like right now. It is filled with constructions. Students tell me that although this does bring some sense of overwhelm, they're looking forward to how it might better the area they live in.
More construction just means that I'll feel like I'll be more able to travel around here.
WSU students came rolling into Pullman this week with smiles on their faces, excitement for the year ahead, and maybe even some slight nerves. Although the campus is looking great, downtown Pullman continues to tackle a construction project. New WSU students tell me the detours have made it confusing to find their way around town.
One of the main roads closed off in the middle of campus, which just kind of throws everything off, especially moving in. There's people and cars everywhere.
The construction project is expected to last till October. For businesses, this has meant a long, slower than usual, and construction-filled summer.
A mess. You know, all of the traffic revisions, it's hard to get around town sometimes, especially small town Pullman, 5 o'clock rush hour. And there's only one way to get to either side of town, so it's definitely a mess.
Despite all this construction, WSU students see the light at the end of the tunnel and are optimistic about how their beloved downtown area will look when the project is over.
I'm excited. Construction means new things are coming.
In Pullman, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
The Paris Olympic Games have come to a close, and now eyes are turning toward next summer games in Los Angeles. During today's closing ceremonies, the mayor of LA, Karen Bass, was handed the flag. Earlier in the day, she introduced this bold plan for the 2028 Games.
It is our goal in Los Angeles to have a car-free games. And you know what that means, because we're a very car-dependent city. But it means that if you are going to attend any of the sports venue, you're going to have to take public transportation.
The mayor said it will take thousands of buses from neighboring cities and states to pull this off. There will be no new permanent venue built for 2028 Los Angeles because the infrastructure is already in place. U.S. Olympic officials have submitted new evidence in their appeal of a court ruling that stripped American gymnast Jordan Chiles of her bronze medal. Chiles, who's from Vancouver, Washington, won third in the women's floor routine after her coaches filed an inquiry into her score. At the time, judges at the inquiry table agreed with her team, saying the difficulty score should have been higher, bumping her from 5th to 3rd. But yesterday, the Court of Arbitration for Sport claimed it was filed 4 seconds past the 1-minute deadline and reallocated the medal to the Romanian athlete originally in 3rd place. USA Gymnastics released a statement today saying they have video evidence of that inquiry being made within the required 1-minute deadline. And the Olympics may have wrapped up today, but the Paralympics are just getting started. Those games are also being held in Paris, and they begin August 28th and will run for 11 days. And coming up at 6, our Hunter Bertram has an emotional story of a baby who wasn't expected to make it.
We had tried for 3 years to get pregnant. We thought that we couldn't, and that it was an absolute miracle that we were, and it was the most exciting day of our lives. And then to know that before we even really got to meet her, we could be losing her.
Yeah. The incredible story of how Jane survived and grew to be the healthy baby you see here. Again, it's coming up at 6 right here on KXLY. And it's Sunday, which means we get to take you on a ride over our beautiful area in the Air 4 drone. Coming up after the break, we're heading to a perfect spot to enjoy the outdoors, the Clark Fork Delta.
And it's been a great day to get outdoors. Very average temperatures for this time of the year. Only a few clouds. And then there's the hazy conditions that we have just not been able to get away from for day after day after day. We'll see if any of that changes in your forecast for the week ahead. Coming up.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Sweet Palace and Sapphire Jewelry in Phillipsburg, Montana.
Should we take a look at it? What do you think?
So here,
from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
$20 you miss.
Yeah?
Show me the money. Here's your check. A check? You're never going to cash it. What are you doing? Depositing the check with P1FCU Mobile Banking. Bet you didn't think that one through, did you? Come on.
Get a free Ascend checking account with great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
Looking for a new appliance but don't want to wait weeks for delivery? At Fred's Appliance, our Get It Today inventory makes sure you don't have to. Thanks to our fully stocked warehouses, we have a vast selection of appliances ready for you right now. From refrigerators to washing machines, ovens to dryers, you name it, we have it ready to go. No more waiting, no more delays. Just the appliance you need when you need it. Fred's Appliance. If we advertise it, we've got it. Visit any of our showrooms and get your new appliance today.
Introducing new Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of powerful relief. New Advil Targeted Relief.
Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino brings you world's greatest celebrity impressionist, comedian, and singer, Jeff Trakta. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. Entertainment without limits.
Our story began with my dad becoming forgetful, that then morphed into an Alzheimer's diagnosis. And at the same time, my mom had Parkinson's. I want the best for my parents because they wanted the best for me. I think if I had Wa Cares, I would have had a different reality. There's a little less pressure, a lot less fear. Wa Cares and your ability to take it to another state is huge.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. What do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Welcome back. The time is 5:12. The Northeast Youth Center put on their annual lemonade stand on Friday. Each year, they use the profits toward an end-of-summer field trip. This year, they raised just over $10,000. In order to send everyone to Triple Play or Chuck E. Cheese, the kids had a goal of $20,000. So if you missed the lemonade stand but still want to show your support, just head to this story on KXLY.com. And you'll want to enjoy the water while you still can, because 2 Spokane County public pools are closing for the season in a week. The North Side and South Side Aquatic Centers will close Sunday the 18th. And for details on those locations and to reserve a spot for you and your family, you can head to KXLY.com. You could see a fantastic meteor shower tonight. The Earth is passing through the Perseid meteor shower right now, and it's peaking this weekend. Meteorologist Matt Gray has a full report of when and where to look for this event in the sky. Matt, it should be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I think things are going to be on the positive side here tonight.
There we go.
Especially when it comes to cloud cover.
Yeah, I can see it right now. It looks like it's moving pretty good.
Yeah, so we did see some fair weather clouds develop today, but unlike last night where they hung around for a good long portion through the evening because of some of those thunderstorms, we will just see fair weather clouds today, and so that should clear us out pretty well for not only the possibility of a meteor shower, but also maybe even the Northern Lights to come along with it. I'll have an update for you on the Northern Lights forecast at 6 o'clock, and you can read all about how to spot those Perseid meteors on KXLY.com. 4 things you need to know about your weather. Hazy on Monday. We will see some more storms around the Canada border once again. Places where we had that fire weather warning up for some of our northern counties. Cooler and breezier weather this week. What a wonderful change from what we have experienced most of this summer, which has just been seemingly week after week of hot weather. And then we've got that pattern that'll head us back towards possibly some thunderstorms by next weekend. Here's your forecast for tomorrow. Boy, things looking pretty nice to start off the day. It's definitely still on the warmer side of things, the warm side of average. Hazy conditions, 80s through a good portion of the afternoon. Highs about 86, 87 degrees. That's pretty much bang on average for this point in the year. A little bit of cloud cover building as we head into the afternoon, but not expecting much of anything to come away with that as far as rain goes. We'll be in the 90s in the LC Valley. Most of us, though, in the 80s. We'll see 90s around Omak as well, and some bigger clouds. Places like Winthrop have a decent chance to see a thunderstorm as we go through your Monday afternoon and Monday evening. Let's run through the simulation here now, and you can see There's showers and storms developing here. That possibility of lightning, why that fire weather warning is in place tomorrow from Wenatchee all the way into the Northport area in northern Stevens County. But you can see elsewhere things are pretty quiet. We may see a storm or two try to work its way into the Camas Prairie here after developing in eastern Oregon late on Monday night. And then perhaps early on Tuesday morning, we may get a chance from Pomeroy, Lewiston, even as far north as Pullman and Moscow. We'll have a small opportunity, I think, for a shower or two. Otherwise, Tuesday looks pretty dry as well. And so we are just stuck with the haze and the smoke. We may see some temporary worsening of air quality around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene during the late morning hours on Monday, but eventually those southwest winds will clear things out, at least temporarily, as we get into the afternoon, and then we'll start the cycle all over again with air quality degrading through the morning and then improving slightly during those afternoon hours. So that's what we've got here, at least for the next couple of days. Just a cursory 10% chance here for that possibility of a shower or two trying to move through the area early Tuesday morning. Really, though, nice temperatures, lows in the 50s. So as long as the air quality is decent where you are, you're not super sensitive to some of the smoke and haze out there, it's a great couple of nights to open the windows. But here's that stormy pattern coming in. Late Thursday night, that'll get started. And then Friday and Saturday, I think we got a decent chance to see a few thunderstorms pop up again.
All right, Matt, thanks. The weather lately has been perfect to get out and do some hiking or maybe a little paddling. In this week's Air 4 Adventure, we are soaring above one spot that's perfect for both of these activities. Take a ride with us on the Air 4 drone over the Clark Fork Delta on Lake Pend Oreille.
This is the Clark Fork Delta, one of the management units on the Pend Oreille Wildlife Management Area. It's primarily for recreational use and for game and non-game benefits. And we just finished up the third phase of a restoration effort here this past spring. The first phase was completed in 2014. The second phase was in 2020. And this past April, we just finished up construction on this third phase. What we're doing is we're mitigating for the losses that have occurred resulting from the operations of Albany Falls Dam. And primarily what we're doing is we're trying to prevent or stop further erosion that occurs from the operations of the dam. It's a pretty special place. These deltas are really important for a whole bunch of different reasons. It's a wildlife corridor. It spans between it connects two different mountain ranges here. It's important for migratory birds as well, so it's just got a lot of importance for us and for folks. Multiple benefits for restoring and protecting and restoring these areas for sure. I love it. It's been a lot of fun. I've only been on this position for about a year, so I'm still learning the ropes, but it's been an amazing place to work. Summer's probably the best time of year out here when the lake is full and the plants are in bloom, and you can really you see more wildlife probably in the summer times. Part of this project is not only to stop erosion and benefit wildlife, but it's also to benefit people so they can use this area. So one of the things that we made sure we did was we improved access to get back into these island complexes. So going into them, we've created little cuts, little small gaps in the dikes to get through a lot of these areas. So it's a great getaway. I mean, we're not really that far from Sandpoint. It's only like 20 minutes or so. So it has a remote feel to it, and we're not really that far away from civilization. So it's kind of a special area.
How cool. And we're just a couple of weeks away from meaningful football returning to our lives, and that means not a whole lot of time for the Washington State Cougars to get where they need to be. But yesterday, we got our first real glimpse at what this 2024 team will look like. Coming up in sports, here from head coach Jake Dickert about where the team needs to get better over the next few weeks.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur-Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision.
Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. And when you can breathe better, what isn't better? This is better. This is better. That's better. And that. Even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. That's pretty good. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And doesn't that make things better? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma.
At Northwest Window and Door, we've got everything you need. Whether you're building a new home or replacing windows and doors in your current home, visit us online at nwwindow.com to set up an appointment with a friendly, knowledgeable salesperson.
4 News Now is brought to you by UFCW Local 3000.
Well, we've been so busy covering college training camps over the last couple of weeks, it's easy to forget that the NFL training camps have been going on for a while now. In fact, the Seattle Seahawks had their first preseason game last night down in Los Angeles against the Chargers. Now, while this was a meaningless game for a lot of players involved, not a lot of guys suited up, not so much for the former athletes that called Eastern Washington home once upon a time. In the first quarter, Seattle driving as Kenny McIntosh takes the handoff, makes a couple guys miss, but eventually is taken down by former Washington State Cougar linebacker Daiyan Henley. Later in the quarter, McIntosh again with the run, but is initially met by Henley again. He's taken down after only a couple yards there. Then on 3rd and 1, McIntosh gets the first down, but is taken down by Henley immediately after. Daiyan finishes with 4 tackles on the evening. Will definitely be needed in that LA defensive rebuild. On the Seahawks side of the ball, another familiar face. In the third, P.J. Walker completes to former Coug wide receiver Aesop Winston Jr. A nice catch and a first down keeps the drive going. Then check this out. On 3rd and 17, Walker goes deep over the middle, completes to Winston, and that amazing catch will surely turn some heads on the coaching staff as he's looking to make the final 53-man roster. Another Coug looking to make the Seattle team is Devin Richardson. He made the most impact on the final drive of the game. Here he is making a tackle of Isaiah Spiller. Richardson finishes with 3 tackles on the afternoon, and the Seahawks end up winning this one 16-13. Now let's hear from the new head coach, Mike Macdonald, on what he thought after his first game as head coach.
It felt like the guys played really hard. Felt like they were focused. You know, it's the first game, so just first time doing all the operation stuff for real. So I thought our operation was clean for the most part. I'm sure that, you know, I got a bunch of notes written down as the game kind of unfolded there, things that we're going to want to chase and kind of debrief on. But overall, I'd just say it's, you know, it's I'd say it's a foundational first game. You know, this is something that we want to build on.
Now Seattle will take the field for their second preseason game on Saturday evening as they're going to travel out to Nashville to face off against the Titans. Meanwhile, in Pullman, the Washington State Cougars are less than 3 weeks away from kicking off their 2024 season. But on Saturday, the team went through their first scrimmage at training camp, and we got to see a good balance of offensive and defensive performances. Now, while head coach Jake Dickert called this the best start to camp he's seen, he also says they need to get a lot better.
you know, and that's a really fun thing to say. We need to execute. We need to be cleaner, physical, tackling. There's just so many things to improve on. But where we're at today is the truth of our coaching. It's the truth of our playmakers. It's the truth of where Cougs football is 3 weeks out. But right now we still got 3 weeks to grow and get better, and that's what I'm excited about the most. Monday's practice needs to be intense. We get a night practice on Wednesday. We get so much situational things. We got a long way to go to be game ready, but we took a really good step today. I think we're in a great place.
Now, as for the quarterback battle between Zevi Eckhouse and John Mateer, Dickert says they will name a starter on Saturday evening, presumably after the team's final scrimmage. That's going to wrap it up for their training camp. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Coming up on World News tonight, more gold for America as the Paris Games draw to a close. Jordan Chiles stripped of her bronze medal in gymnastics for missing a deadline by 4 seconds. Dangerous floods in multiple states and a new threat in the tropics.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for outdoor concert lovers. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for summer and receive $500 off.
You heard what the doctor said, right, Dad? These pain meds, they're no joke. And this? It's an opioid. They can be very addictive.
But I need my strong pain medicine.
I know, Dad, I understand. Just make sure you only take what the pharmacist said. And keep it in this locking bag from the pharmacy so it's away from the kids.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll put this in the locking bag.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Protect the people you love from opioid misuse. Lock up your medication.
He's not gonna pick her.
No.
Oh, is this really happening? It's like it was destiny. Reese's Pieces and cookie dough together in a DQ blizzard. Bet you didn't see that coming.
I did not see that coming. I did.
Hold on, are we still talking about the blizzard?
I wonder if they're still together. No.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert, the Reese's Pieces cookie dough blizzard is like really good. DQ, happy tastes good.
At Fred's, not only do we guarantee the best prices, we prove it. Our live price card keeps things transparent, showing you real-time prices. No gimmicks, just the best prices on in-stock, get-it-today inventory. And when it comes to beating the big box stores, our prices aren't just competitive, they're unbeatable. Check out how we stack up. Whether it's this amazing new fridge or this energy-efficient dishwasher, Fred's prices are always the best. At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Roofs by Premier is a certified plus GAF contractor.
Welcome back. The Garland District is hosting its first annual Pride Street Fair next weekend. From 2 to 9 on Saturday, the 17th, there will be local vendors, drag performers, live music, and more. Lincoln Street, which runs between the Garland Theater and the Milk Bottle, will be closed between Garland and Walton Avenue. Head to our article on KXLY.com for more details. Thousands of Spokane kids and families came out to Underhill Park in East Central Spokane for a community celebration on Saturday. There were games and free food, but the main draw was the free backpacks and shoes being handed out by The Way to Justice, a local nonprofit law firm. More than 2,500 kids registered to pick up shoes, and there were still thousands more waiting in line to get a pair, some waiting hours.
Single working mom of 4, so it's very stressful. Back to school, birthdays, anything that has to do with the kids, it's very stressful. So events like this for the community to come out, everybody who helps even volunteer is very grateful, and I'm very grateful, and my kids are very, very thankful for everything that everyone does.
This is the second year The Way to Justice held this event and hope to continue the tradition for years to come. Very cool to see.
And it is great to be up here and talking about a forecast that does not feature any numbers with a 9 in front of it. It's been a long time where we've had all 80s in the forecast. Definitely going to be interesting to see what kind of afternoon thunderstorms get cooked up here Friday into Saturday. I know, Alex, you were looking at that with some sporting events on Saturday. So we'll see. Definitely pack the poncho.
Absolutely. Try to stay dry. We've got World News Tonight. It's up now.